Begin first at 4:30 by bringing you up to speed this afternoon.
The man accused of going on a shooting spree and kidnapping a woman is now in custody. Police say Edison Noyola shot 3 men at 2 different locations yesterday before kidnapping his girlfriend, Andrea Dixon. He and Dixon were found in a stolen car in Glendale this morning. She was also taken into custody. 2 of the victims are in extremely critical condition. The other one is in critical condition.
During that search for Noyola, police shot and killed a man who they thought was him. The victim has been identified as Henry Wayne Rivera. Officers were heading to a motel where a source told them Noyola frequented. Investigators say they saw Rivera jump out of a window and start running near 19th Avenue in Monroe. He was not connected to the crime spree.
With Republican help, the Senate has joined the House in voting down President Trump's national emergency declaration to build a border wall. 12 Republicans joined Democratic senators in supporting a resolution to terminate the national emergency, helping it pass 59-41. Mr. Trump reacted shortly after the vote with a one-word tweet: veto.
The future of special counsel Robert Mueller's final report remains unclear tonight after the Senate blocked a measure that demanded the investigation be made public. Senate vote coming just hours after the House unanimously voted in support of the measure. Mueller has indicted 34 people, including Russian intelligence operatives and some of President Trump's closest aides and advisors.
Tonight, Phoenix police is announcing the arrest of a woman believed to be the notorious bank robber known as the Biddy bandit. Investigators say 56-year-old Elizabeth Ainsley is accused of robbing 5 Valley banks in Phoenix, Mesa, and Tempe. And in each case, the suspect presented a robbery demand note, then fled on foot.
Former Texas Congressman Beto ORourke has entered the crowded pool of 15 Democrats seeking the 2020 election bid. He faces a tough primary field that may grow again if former Vice President Joe Biden enters the race. Republican Bill Weld and Independent Bernie Sanders also vying for President Trump's seat in the White House.
Tempe police say a man has died following a fiery rollover crash this morning near 48th Street in Rozier. Officers say the man was already out of the car when police arrived at the scene and had been suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital.